Hi, I'm Nebuli and I'm here to make a review of Motorola Milestone. Okay, you can see here this is a device. It's a Motorola Milestone and this is basically the GSM version of Motorola Droid. Okay, so in the US here you have the CDMA version, which is called the Motorola Droid. Okay, so basically this phone is one of the top line of Android phones, and it has one of the highest resolution for an Android device. It has 480 times 854 pixels. So if you notice that some of the other Android high-end devices such as HTC Desire and Xperia X10 only have 480 times 800. So basically with the Motorola Milestone you have an extra 54 pixels. Okay, so here you go. This is a Motorola Milestone that comes with multi-touch. Okay, and it comes pre-installed with 8GB memory card. And let's just go through the menu and show you what it's like to use this phone. Okay, so let's start with launching the default browser. Okay, so if you can see here, it loads up with the default page, which is google.com.au. so you can all change that if you go through the setting here, but let's just try browsing and just to get an overview of the performance of the device. Okay, so it's pretty simple to browse. Just simply press on the menu button and just tap on the address bar, and then you can just type on the address that you want, and you can use the on-screen keyboard, portrait, landscape, okay, or even use the hardware keyboard. Okay, so let's try by going to www.yahoo.com. okay, it loads pretty fast because if you notice that the page that is loaded here is the mobile version. Okay, and they also have auto fit to screen, so if you close the select in keyboard and then you try to view it portrait, you can have all the contents repeated for you. Okay, let's try with something different. Let's try with a full desktop page. Okay, let's see something like gsmarena.com. Okay. If you notice, when you try to load a desktop page, might be a little bit slower because of the rendering as well. Because you can see here that there are just so many stuff to load, so many tables, frames, and images. Okay, but the good thing is that this device, Motorola Milestone, has multi-touch, so you can just simply pinch zoom when browsing. Okay, so for example, if I want to zoom, okay, like that. It's pretty smooth, but I would suggest that if you want to get a much smoother experience, then you download third-party web browsers such as Dolphin HD. Okay, right. So that's all for the web browser. Okay, and we will talk about other parts of the phone. Okay, so let's talk about the phone settings. Okay, so I will show you some features that are not available in other Android phones. Okay, so let's go to settings. Okay, alright, this is a call settings. If you notice here, there is this function called Crystal Talk setting, and if I tap on that, we have 4 options. Okay, these are the options that deals with the quality of the voice when you make phone calls. Okay, but apparently I don't really know the difference between these 4 settings, but nonetheless you would have them enabled all the time anyway. Okay, so let's say I pick clear. Okay, and then let's just go back and I will talk to you about other settings of the phone. Okay, another settings that you can find on the phone is about the automatic brightness. Okay, so if you notice that most phones can have their brightness set either from 10% to 100%, so you can have different levels of brightness. But for this phone, we have what is called the automatic brightness. So basically it's the brightness setting that reacts to your phone's light sensor. So if you can see the small dot here just near my thumb, you can see that's the sensor that reacts to the lights in your environment. Okay, so let's see. Let's go to settings to see and try it. Okay, so and go to sound and display, and then after that go to brightness. Okay, so it's currently set on automatic brightness. You may not have seen any difference at all because the light source is pretty stable in this environment. Okay, but basically if you turn that off, you can have different levels of brightness. Okay, see, from bright to dark. And I would like to do an experiment so you guys can see what it's like to have the automatic brightness. Okay, let's go. Alright, so I have this torch as a light source. Okay, so I'm going to point the torch to the light sensor, and please note that the effect of the light sensor can also change the light on the touchpad. So you might want to see the touchpad reacting to the different brightness level. Okay, let's go. Okay, so if you can see, the brightness has been increased because it's trying to think that you are it's thinking that you are actually viewing the device under direct sunlight. Okay, and it's thinking that you may not need light for the touchpad because there are enough lights anyway. Okay, but if I take the torch away and cover the light source, everything will get dark again because it finds out that you are actually viewing the device in a dark environment, and that the brightness shouldn't be too bright, you may hurt your eyes, and that you will need the light for the touchpad as well. Okay. Okay, so apart from all the unique features that you can find in the Motorola Milestone, I will now just simply do a quick walkthrough to all the basic features that you can find on a normal Android 2.1 phone. Okay, so of course most of you would have already known that you would have widgets, okay, on the home screen, and you would have so many different selections of widgets. And if you notice that I haven't actually been talking about the music, so basically the music widget is just the same. Okay, and if you go to the music application, it's just the same as well on a normal Android phone. In fact, it hasn't really changed that much, so I'm pretty much disappointed that it's stayed like that for too long. You know, I mean, they could have improved it or done something else. But anyway, you can always download something via the market. You can always download other music application, and apart from that, I'll just simply show you about the market. And so it's just a standard 2.1 OS market. Okay, and you would have different you would have more functions in it. You can have you would have tabs in here, the apps, games, and downloads. Downloads would be to view all the applications that you've downloaded before. Okay, so let's say if I want to go to games, okay, I will be given a selection what type of games that I want to view. Okay, I will just click on arcade or action, and then I would have like 3 tabs at the top: the top paid, top free, and just in. Okay, okay, but that is all. There aren't any other unique features apart from the fact that this is actually a good phone with a hardware keyboard. Okay, and the good thing is that it's slim and it has a pretty loud speakerphone, and also the noise reduction on the microphone also increases the voice call quality when you make phone calls. Okay, and that is all the review from me. Okay, thank you.